In the Bible, we meet the prophet Jonah, and Jesus appeared to him to give him a great mission to preach to a city called Nineveh so it could be saved. But Jonah was a complicated character, and through the book, Jesus peels back all the layers in his life. To start with, he runs away from what Jesus wants him to do. Just like we don't listen sometimes to what Jesus says to us. We go the opposite direction. But not only that, he gets comfortable. When he's on the boat, he goes to sleep, and others' lives are at risk because he's comfortable in his disobedience. Sometimes that's just like us. We get comfortable in not doing what Jesus wants us to do. But Jesus is gracious. He provides that great big fish to swallow Jonah, and he has this amazing resurrection experience. He knows God's comfort, and now it looks like he's going to obey. Looks like he's a new man, looks like he's sorry for what he's done. And he does go into Nineveh and start to preach, but it's not really from his heart. It's not really with Jesus' compassion. He just says, in 40 days, you're going to be destroyed. Sometimes when we get found out, it looks like we're going to obey Jesus, but is it really from the right heart? Is it really with the right motives? Not always. Well, the people of Nineveh, they listened to Jonah and they actually repented. All of them trusted in Jesus. You'd think Jonah would be happy, but he was mad. He was so angry enough to die. And he says, this is the real reason I didn't go, because I knew, Jesus, that you're compassionate and gracious and kind, slow to anger. They deserve to die, is basically what Jonah says. I knew you'd save them, and I didn't want them to be saved. That's shocking, isn't it? So Jonah storms out of the city and goes off to sulk in his little house because he hasn't got his own way. He's stubborn, just like we can be. But Jesus is gracious again. He provides a vine for Jonah that covers his bald head in the sun and gives him comfort, hoping to win Jonah over. But when the vine withers away at God's command, Jonah's still angry. And in the end, you're left with this tiny little man who thinks the world revolves around him. And that's just like us, just like we can be, all those layers. And when we get peeled back right to our heart, it's really embarrassing. We don't care for people like Jesus does. Sometimes we just care for ourselves. We need to turn from this lie and trust in Jesus.
Turn to Jesus and live. Why would you die?